are going to learn a beautiful poem, The Skylark, okay, which was written by the poet Christina Georgina Rossetti. Okay, children, have you been to Cornfield? Yes, and if some of you have not seen, we are going to see the cornfield through this poem. Okay, now in which season do we grow corn in India? Children, maize is the third most important field crop in India. That is, corn is the third most important field crop in India. Maize has three growing seasons, that is Kharif, okay, rainy season, Rabi, winter season, and spring season. Kharif, Rabi, and spring season. These are the three growing seasons of maize. Okay, children. So, the poem gives the picture of the countryside, which means this poem gives the picture of the rural area, that is village. The poetess is in a cornfield and heard a skylark singing above. Okay, children, the poetess is in a cornfield and she heard a skylark singing above. She stops for a while to enjoy the beauty of the scene. Okay, she stops there for a while to enjoy the beauty of the scene, and she is narrating the beauty of the scene to us through her poem. Come, let's join Christina Georgina Rossetti, okay, to enjoy the beauty of the scene that she narrates us through her poem. Children, before entering into the poem, let's know about the poet. Christina Georgina Rossetti lived during the period 1830 to 1894. She was born in London and she was an English poetess. She started her writing at the young age of 12. All her poems soon became very popular because she has written beautiful poems on nature and life. Children, in this poem, she describes the song and flight of a skylark on a bright morning. Come, let's enjoy the beautiful scene. So, children, the skylark. Okay, what is the skylark? Skylark means songbird. Skylark means songbird. Okay, children. So, actually, we are going to see about the features of skylark before entering into the poem. Okay. So, skylark grows from 16 to 18 centimeter long. Okay, and it sings from 2 to 3 minutes. It sings from 2 to 3 minutes. That's why it is called songbird. And how it looks, actually brown above and paler below. It is a dull looking species. Male skylark has broader wings than female. Okay, children, I hope this detail will be more than enough for you to know about the skylark. So, skylark means song bird. Okay, a small ground dwelling song bird. Now, let's enter into the poem. The earth was green, the sky was blue. I saw and heard one sunny morn a skylark hang between the two, a singing speck above the corn. So, children, this poem has 4 stanzas. In each stanza, there are 4 lines. Now, we have read the first stanza. Now, let's see the meaning for this stanza, children. Children, can you see the first stanza? 4th line, a singing speck, underline speck. Speck means dot, children. Now let's see the meaning of the first stanza. On one fine sunny morning, when Christina was walking between the cornfield, she noticed that the skylark was hanging between the green earth and blue sky as a singing dot above the corn. Which means she noticed that the skylark was flying between the green earth and blue sky, okay, as a singing dot. As a singing dot means what? It was looking like a small singing dot. Why it was looking like a small singing dot? It was because it was flying so high above the corn. Now second stanza, children. A stage below in gay accord. Accord means harmony, happy. Okay, children? Accord means happy. White butterflies danced on the wing, and still the singing skylark soared. Soared means circled and wheeled about. Okay? And silent sank and soared to sing. Okay, children? Now let's see the meaning of this stanza. So, children, through the second stanza, we understood that the landscape was filled with full of happiness. Why the landscape was filled with full of happiness? Because even the white butterflies were also dancing with their wings. Okay, on hearing the skylark singing, which still flies high. Which was flying high? Skylark. And how it was flying? It was flying in circular motion. It also comes down silently and flies high again in the sky to sing. Okay, so it comes down silently and again it will fly high in the sky to sing. Hope you are clear with the second stanza, children. Children, let's see the third stanza. The cornfield stretched a tender green. Tender means soft. To right and left beside my walks. I knew he had a nest unseen, somewhere among the million stalks. Stalks means stem or shoot. So, children, here the poet describes the path that she walks on. Yes, children, the poet walks between the cornfields with soft green, which was grown on both the sides of the path, that is, both in right and left. Moreover, as she walks, she also thinks about the unseen nest among the millions of shoot in the cornfield. So, children, we can understand that when Christina was walking between the soft green cornfield, which was grown on both the sides, that is left and right, along with the beauty of singing skylark and dancing white butterflies, she also thought about the unseen nest of the skylark, which was built by it among the millions of shoot, that is millions of stem or stalks in the field. Children, let's pass on to fourth stanza. And as I paused to hear his song, while swift the sunny moments slid. Swift means quick. Perhaps his mate sat listening long and listened longer than I did. So, children, we all know when Christina was walking between the beautiful cornfield, which was grown on both the sides, yes, she stopped there in order to admire the beauty of the cornfield along with the singing skylark and the dancing white butterflies. She also thought about the unseen nest of the skylark which was built among the cornfield. But now it's time for her to leave. Why? Because the sun was slowly setting down. Even though it's time for her to leave, she knew that its companion, whose companion? The skylark's companion, would listen to its singing for a long time than she did, because she thought that the bird sings with full of happiness as if it was in joy. Thank you, children.